Hello friends, today we shall discuss about the statistical mechanics, and this lecture is all about the important relationship between the statistical mechanics with thermodynamics, and we will discuss it with fully physically. That is, I will give you each and every formula. There are associated physical interpretation of that formula. So I will discuss the important physical interpretation of the relationship between the statistical mechanics and thermodynamics. In this video, you will understand the relationship between the statistics and thermodynamics. We will discuss very important relations among the variables. We will take example for the classical ideal gas and very important formulas for the examination I will also discuss. The reference I have taken the book Patria Statistical Mechanics. So before starting the video, I would like to say if you like our efforts and if you like our videos, if our videos are helpful for you, please do like, subscribe and share this channel. So let's start. We have already discussed about macro states and micro states of a system. So the macro state is, yes, the macro state where the macroscopic point of view, from the macroscopic point of view means that can be observable with we can really experience, okay, like energy, total energy I am telling, the volume of a container we can observe, okay, energy, volume, these are all macro states. But the micro states or microscopic states, that if you specify the states within the atomic dimension which is not observable, so these are all micro states which I have already discussed in the previous videos. So the suppose I am taking a system, okay, so for this system, how do you specify the macro number of macro states and number of micro states? Here, the number of macro states will be specified by the total energy of the system, total volume of the system, total temperature of the system. So here total energy of the system is 9E. So it is certainly assigned for one particular macro state which the total energy is 9E. But the number of micro states are not one, because the orientation of these particles are different for these different three combinations. Look here, for the first combination, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 particles in 0th level and 1 particle and the 9th E level. For the second one configuration, the 3 particle at 0th level, 2 particles at 1 E level and 7 particles and 1 particle at 7E level. So total 7 plus 1 plus 1, that is 9E. So similarly here, 2 particle in 0th level, then 2 particle first level, 1 particle second level, 1 particle fifth level, that is 5 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 0. So all are giving you the total energy, that is 9E, but the configuration of the system, that is the states, how they are orienting, that will describe the number of microstates, and here the number of microstate is 1. So now next we consider the total energy of the system. The total energy of the system, if the number of particles is Ni and epsilon I is the energy assigned for that particular Ni molecule or Ni particle, then total energy E is sum of I Ni into epsilon I, where Ni denotes the number of particles with each energy epsilon I. So total number of particles N equals to sum of the all the number, okay. Now, here our hero is Boltzmann, and we have to apply statistical mechanics for, we have to apply the probability for statistical mechanics. Why probability? Because everything is made of atoms. Atoms move about in accordance with Newton's law, and the number of atoms is vast. So we must use probability somehow. And the first basic postulates of statistical mechanics is the equal a priori probability. What is equal a priori probability? In general, to a given macro state of the system, this does correspond to a large number of microstates. At any time t, the system is equally likely to be in any of the microstates. Suppose we take a real example, like we are tossing a dice. So there are total the possible microstate, suppose, is possible from 1 to 6. Okay, the state defining just one circle is 1, for 2 is 2. So that's what. So if you toss the particle dice, then the orientation of the dice can be any random. It is, I mean, the getting of 1 or getting of 6 or getting the number of say 5 or getting a number 4. Everything is 6 numbers are equally probable. So with the case of the in statistical mechanics, the microstates for a given macrostate, there are many number of microstates, and each and every microstates are equally probable. There is no biasing between the microstates. You can have certain question that, okay ma'am, I have a container, and if you're telling that the total energy is E of that whole container, I mean of the whole system, then is it possible that there is one microstate where the particle's energy is 0, one particle has energy 0 and another particle has total energy E? And is that possible? Yes, of course. Each and every configuration is possible in statistical mechanics. Now we understand the contact between statistical mechanics and thermodynamics. Suppose we are taking two physical systems. One is A1, another is A2, and these are separate. Okay, so they are separately in equilibrium. Now, the A1 macrostate of A1 be represented by the parameters N1, V1, and E1. So it has a macrostate that is omega 1, that is a function of the number of particles, the volume, and the energy of the possible microstates. So omega 1 is the number of possible microstates, and these microstates are function of the number of particles, the volume of the container, and the total energy of that container. And the macrostate of A2 be represented by the parameters N2, V2, E2. So it has omega 2 number of possible microstates. So the mathematical form of the function omega 1 may not be the same as the function of omega 2 because it ultimately depends on the system. Okay. So we believe that this A1 and A2 can be derived from the function. We'll show that the thermodynamic properties of the system A1 and A2 can be derived from the function omega 1 and omega 2 respectively. So we can derive that all the thermodynamic properties from its microstates, and these microstates are defined by the quantity omega 1 and omega 2, which are the functions of these variables N, V, E. Now the total energy is constant, so E naught we take it as E1 plus E2, that is constant. Suppose this is E naught is the denotes the energy of the composite system, and suppose now at any time t the system now the equally a priori probability which tells you that the subsystem A1 is equally likely to be any of the state omega 1, and similarly the subsystem A2 is equally likely to be in any of the microstates omega 2. So this omega naught, that is function of E1 and E2, it is a combination of, that is these probabilities are independent of each other because they are definitely the two separate systems, two separate isolated systems. So the total number of microstates, that is omega naught, which is a function of E1, E2, it can be written as omega 1 E1 into omega 2 E2. Or if you write in terms of E naught, that is the total energy of the composite system, then it can be written as omega 1 E1, omega 2 E naught minus E1, or omega naught E naught E1 C. So now you understand that suppose there at some time I just give a hole to the system. I mean there is some exchange of energies occurring. In the earlier time, it was totally isolated and they do not have any interaction. They do not speaking. They were not speaking with each other. But at some time, you were kindly give a chance to speak the system with each other. So there will be an energy exchange only, no change of mass, no change of heat only. So how do you? So how to reach the equilibrium? So you can exchange heat but not particles. So no change of mass, but in exchange the energy. So how far the energy exchange occur to bring these two systems, that is A1 and A2, into equilibrium. Now you all know that every microstate is equally possible. So then you have a question that which microstate is the most possible microstate? Yes, you genuinely have a question, and the question have the answer that those microstates are possible that having the largest possible microstates. So those macrostates are possible which are having largest possible microstates. That is, largest possible microstates mean the largest value of energy, and the maximum values of energy means that maximizes the value of the microstates. Now denote the equilibrium value of E1 by E1 bar. So we can maximize the microstate, that is a macrostate, with respect to energy. So we have to find out del omega 1 by del E1 for the A1 system into omega 2 E2 plus del omega 1 E1 into del omega 2 by del E2 into del A2 by del E1 equals to 0. So we are maximizing this composite microstates with respect to energy, and we are trying to find out which macrostate is most probable. Okay, so we are finding out a beautiful relationship, that is del E1 of ln omega 1 E1 is equals to del E2 of ln omega 2 E2 at thermodynamic equilibrium. So here, look here first, this E1 equals to E1 bar and E2 equals to E2 bar is denoting the equilibrium value of E1 and equilibrium value of E2. Now from this quantity, we have to define the meaning of this quantity. What is the physical interpretation of the quantity? So let us take this quantity, that is del E of ln omega, as beta, and we will understand what is the physical interpretation of beta. So the definition of entropy in statistical mechanics is S equals to K into ln omega, where omega is the number of microstates and K possible microstates, and K is the Boltzmann constant. So here, if number of microstates, that is omega, equals to 1, so entropy S will be 0. So entropy means the disorderness of the system. So chaos of the system. So if there is only one macrostate or microstate is possible, then there is no disorder in the system. Okay. Now the thermodynamic definition of entropy. The thermodynamic definition of entropy, we can write that S equals to Q by T, or we can write it as del S by del E for a particular N and V is 1 by T. And we will see this is the inverse of temperature, and it is certainly related to the value of beta. And beta certainly represents the inverse of temperature when we put this relation into, we compare these two relations. Okay, so just del is the, for the in place of delta E, just put the value. So del S divided by delta ln omega, which we get as 1 by beta T, and that is constant. So beta equals to 1 by kT. Now some more thermodynamical variables I will discuss. Suppose in the last slide, we were taking the del E of ln omega. Okay. Now we take we already get that del E1 ln omega 1 equals to del E2 at ln omega 2 for the thermodynamic equilibrium. So what happens if we take del V1 of ln omega 1, it will be also equal to del V2 of ln omega 2 for thermodynamic equilibrium, where at the thermodynamic equilibrium V1 equals to V1 bar, V2 equals to V2 bar. So the thermodynamic definition we can write dE equals to TdS minus PdV plus mu dN, and we define these two quantities as eta equals to del omega del V of ln omega. So we compare this relationship, this one with this one, we get eta equals to P by kT, and we define another variable xi equals to del n of ln omega, and we get xi equals to minus mu by kT. So this is the relation. From thermodynamic relation, we get some statistical variables, and from those statistical variables we can define in terms of the thermodynamic quantities. So for the what is the meaning of this equilibrium of any thermodynamic between the thermodynamical variables? So from the physical point of view, these results are completely satisfactory because thermodynamically too, the conditions of equilibrium between two systems, that is A1 and A2, if the wall separating them is both conducting and movable, so some energy is exchanging, they are in need the same as one, that is T1 should be equals to T2 at the thermodynamic equilibrium, and P1 should be equals to P2. On the other hand, if the system can exchange particles, suppose there is an exchange of particles also as well as the energy, but the volume is fixed, the condition of equilibrium obtained thermodynamically at T1 equals to T2 and mu1 equals to mu2, where mu is the thermodynamic chemical potential of the system. And if the exchange is such that all the three parameters become variable, that is the volume is also variable, the energy is also variable, the mass is also variable, or number of particles are also variable, then the equilibrium condition tells you T1 equals to T2, P1 equals to P2, and mu1 equals to mu2. And all the three systems will define certain ensemble. For the energy variable, for the isolated system, this is called as the canonical microcanonical ensemble. For the system or ensemble where the mass exchange of mass or exchange of particles is forbidden, but exchange of energy is allowed, this is called canonical ensemble. And for the ensemble where the mass as well as the exchange of energy is, or particles as well as exchange of energy is possible, they that ensemble is called grand canonical ensemble. So we will discuss some important relationship for you to remember in the exam point of view. So the relationships are S equals to K ln omega. S is the entropy and omega is the number of microstates. So del S by del E equals to 1 by T. Del S by del V equals to P by T. Del S by del N equals to minus mu by T. P equals to minus del E by del V at constant N and S value. Mu equals to del E by del N at constant V and S value. T equals to del E by del S at constant N and V value. And these are very important relationship for you to solve the problems and numericals. The another rest of the thermodynamics follows from straightforwardly. Suppose we are going to discuss the Helmholtz free energy, that is A, Gibbs free energy, that is G, and enthalpy H, and these are all given by A equals to E minus Ts, G equals to E minus Ts plus PV, H equals to E plus PV, that is G plus Ts. So the specific heat CV can be written as CV equals to T into del S del T at constant N and V, that is del E by del T. Cp equals to del H del T. So these are all, I suggest you to remember all this thermodynamical relationship. Now we'll let's take an example for the classical non-interacting gas. What will be the microstates? What will be the thermodynamic relationship between the variables of the statistical variables and the thermodynamical variables? So the number of microstate is directly proportional to the volume of the system. So if there are n number of particles, the number of microstates omega is proportional to V to the power n. Now P by T can be written as K into del del V of ln omega, that is K into n by V. Now equation of an ideal gas PV equals to nRT. Suppose we are taking a quantum mechanical system of particles inside a box. Okay, so there will be discrete energies. So discrete energies, the energies are for particles are from R to 3n. So epsilon R, the total energy will be E for adding the different energies of the different particles, or energy can be written quantum mechanically as h square by 8 ml square into nx square plus ny square plus nz square, where nx, ny, nz denotes the quantum number at the three different axes, one along x, another along y, another along z. So here we have taken the cubical box because the 3 dimension, and for the cubical box, L equals to V equals to L cube, and NOx square plus NY square plus NZ square can be written as 8m into V to the power 2 by 3 epsilon divided by H square. It can be denoted as epsilon star, or S can be a function of N V to the power 2 by 3 in E. So V to the power 2 by 3 E is constant. So P is minus del E by del V. From this relationship, we get P equals to 2/3 E by V. So P into V to the power 5 by 3 is constant. And this tells the P varies with V during a reversible adiabatic process. The number of microstates, if we find out, and we surely get that ln gamma is N into ln V by H cube 4 pi me divided by 3n whole to the power 3 by 2 plus 3 by 2n. I suggest you to remember this formula. I have not derived it, but you can get it from any textbook. And what will be the entropy of the system? The entropy, which is a function of N, V, E, that is number of particles, volume, and energy of the system, that is K ln omega, or K ln gamma, that is N K ln V by H cube 4 pi me divided by 3n whole to the power 3 by 2 plus 3 by 2 nk, and energy E is equals to 3h square n divided by 4 pi mv to the power 2 by 3 if exponential 2s by 3 nk minus 1. So if you remember this formula, from this formula you can find out ln gamma, that is K ln gamma, and from E also you find out this. So only you have to remember this formula for the ideal gas. Okay. So the energy temperature relationship becomes E equals to N RT, and Cv N in 3 by 2 kT, that is N into 3 by 2 RT, and where N is the number of moles of the gas and Cv is del E by del T, that is 3 by 2 Nk or 3 by 2 Nr. P equals to minus del E by del V, that is 2 by 3 E by V, or you can write it as P equals to Nkt divided by V, or P equals to NRT. Cp equals to del T of E plus PV, that is 5 by 2R. This is for the monoatomic gas. And gamma equals to Cp by Cv, that is 5 by 2 Nr divided by 3 by 2 Nr, that is 5 by 2, 5 by 3. So SF minus Si, the change in entropy for that Nk equals to ln Vf by Vi, and if the change is adiabatic, I to F, initial to final process, P V to the power gamma equals to constant, and T V to the power gamma minus 1 equals to constant. So these you all can get from the microstates of the system. So ln gamma, that is the microstate that is telling you the microstate of the system, and it is giving you all the information about the thermodynamical variables. So this is the beauty between the statistical mechanics and the thermodynamical variables. So here this gamma is giving you the whole info linking is acting as a bridge between the total energy of the system, total volume of the system, number of particles of the system. So this is the beautiful bridge that is giving you the observables and non-observable quantities. The observables are N, E, V, and for gamma, you cannot observe. Whether you have to put Schrodinger equation for each and every individual variables, particles, then you have to find out for anyone, for any of the particles, their the distribution. But it is a beautiful way of probability that you find out the gamma, and then you find out the thermodynamic variables, and you can specify the microstates, macrostates of the system. Hopefully, you understand the video and you get some idea what is the essence of thermodynamics and the essence of the relationship between the thermodynamics and statistical mechanics. Friend, if you want to join our test series, you can join, evaluate our performance. You can go to this website for checking the latest news of the test series. And thanks for watching the video. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, comment if you have any doubt, and we get inspiration from you. So please friends, subscribe to the channel, and thank you for watching this video. Join our Telegram channel for regular video news updates, research article updates, and quiz questions. Thank you.